but you loved her for a very long time, you know, and if any of that was real, there's got to be something about it that's still worth it.
When we first fell in love, it was very real. But things change. Her and I both changed, and this is my reality now.
I can call my Aunt Bobby, okay? She's the head surgical nurse at General Hospital. You can trust her. And she can come over and look at you here. She won't say a word if you don't want her to.
You must have fallen in love sometime in your life.
Yeah, sure, I mean, who hasn't, right? But, it was never really the fairy tale romance you read about.
Well, this is what it looks like. It's brilliant when it's new and clean, and ugly and sad when it shrivels up and dies. I guess that's when it all started, the literal beginning of the end.
We're waxing philosophical now. How much have you had to drink?
Not enough to stop feeling. Not enough to stop asking if it could have all been different.
Different how?
I guess Dad never told you that I died, did he?
You died? I was under the impression that was a permanent condition.
Yeah. Helena set a fire in my room. She left a body behind, and I was tranquilized, abducted, held for a year. She wanted to punish my parents, and it worked. They all thought I was gone. They all grieved. Elizabeth more than anyone. But eventually, she moved on.
Helena, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, I really have not yet wrapped my head around just how crazy that broad is.
Nah, she's the real deal. She's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally she let me come home, back to my life, back to Elizabeth. I kept trying to get things back to how it used to be. But I can see now that what I wanted just no longer existed. I have a confession to make.
Okay.
You see, something's been rolling around in my head, and I can't ignore it anymore. It's impossible for me to imagine wanting to be with anyone else. And I was kind of hoping maybe you'd consider being my girl, officially.
I already am.
Then that's a yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Elizabeth end up with Sonny's brother or something like that?
Rick Lansing? Yeah. How do you know about that? Yeah, Rick Lansing, he was a deeply troubled man. Maybe that's what Elizabeth likes, dark and deeply troubled. I mean, you got Rick, Nicholas, Jason. Not me.
Oh, hey, look at yourself. You're very dark and deeply troubled. Come on. Sorry. Tell me about Rick Lansing.
Yeah, well, she thought she'd fall in love with him, so she married him. He dragged her through his own hell. They got divorced. Then she got pregnant with Cameron by another guy, Emily's ex-boyfriend, Xander. It was a one-night stand.
Oh, Emily's ex. Didn't he die at some point?
Yeah, he was killed in a police shootout. And even after all that, man, I still didn't recognize the pattern. I spent so much time trying to recreate those early days, and not enough dealing with who Elizabeth and I actually are together.
Hey, Monkey. I love you.
You are so beautiful. I love you too, sweet.
So, I don't get why you're not angrier with Nicholas.
What do you suggest, a duel?
Yes. Yes, I think that would be epic. No, I'm not trying to stir things up, but Elizabeth lied and cheated, yes. So did Nicholas.
She's the one that kept going over to Windermere over and over.
Okay, all I'm saying is that I doubt she made the first move.
Yeah, but this is not the first time that she met a man that she couldn't resist.
Okay, come on, be nice.
No, she climbed 14 flights of stairs in a blackout to sleep with Jason Morgan. And now she finds reasons to travel to Spoon Island to sleep with Nicholas. It's a pattern, that's all I'm saying. And I'm not interested in repeating it.
Well, you ever think maybe it's just easier to blame Elizabeth than Nicholas?
I blame both of them. I mean, it sickens me that they were even attracted to each other in the first place.
Me too.
Let alone that they gave into it without caring about what it would do to anyone else. You know what hurts the most? It's the lying, the deception. And neither of them had the guts to just be honest with me. And I invested a lot of faith and love into both of them, and they trashed it all. I love that, huh? You enjoyed Valentine's Day?
Well, it's that special day of the year when greeting card companies and candy makers exploit the soft-hearted of society for significant financial gain.
What?
Yeah, it's not meant for men like you and me, mate.
It was, Valentine's Day. A long time ago. I fell in love with Elizabeth.
That. Elizabeth saw this flyer in the Hollywood Star about some Valentine's Day promotion. Nicholas summoned me, so I mentioned it to him and he explained why she was so emotional.
I remember that night so clearly, man. I was walking home from a school dance, thinking about nothing very important. No idea that my life was about to change. There was snow on the ground, and all of a sudden I heard a noise. I didn't even register her at first because it was just so inconceivable, you know? But there she was, crawling out of the bushes. Her face was all scratched up, her body was shaking. She was so helpless and innocent.
And you rescued her.
Yeah. But in so many ways, she rescued me.
That explains a lot, actually.
And I did my best. I did my best to love her back to health. I thought that meant that we trusted each other, but I guess I was wrong.
Here. Thanks.
Yeah.
Did you ever think maybe Elizabeth has just been afraid that she would disappoint you?
You know, Dad once told me that no matter how long you've been with someone, it's always easier to remember who they used to be than to see them for who they've become. So I don't know, man. I mean, maybe I never moved past that moment with Elizabeth. Maybe she's always been that fragile, wounded girl to me. And I've never been able to see the woman that she became. And that doesn't justify any of the lies or the infidelity, but I can own my part in this.